Hello everybody, this is Nani157 here, and welcome to something a little different I am going to do on my YouTube channel. I'm going to actually be making videos on Clickteam Fusion tutorials for Five Nights at Freddy's fan games for anybody that kind of wants to, start making a fan game. This is how you do it. So there is actually this one person that I watched on YouTube that got me completely spiraling into the fan game making, and now I'm practically making games. I'm developing games. Yeah. I'm not gonna shout out who it is, but it was a YouTuber that helped me, and without that YouTuber, I wouldn't practically know anything. I was just clicking the video for fun, but then before you know it, I completely got into this game making stuff. So, as you can see, I have lots of files here. Like if I go into here, I have every Five Nights at Freddy's file. I don't think I can attach any download links, sadly, because I don't know. I didn't specifically download these files. I decompiled the files from the games myself. Well, not all of them, but most of them I did. Yeah. So I'm going to be using some of these files, and it's going to help me make a game that I think I might actually make into a real game. So now we're going to go open up Clickteam Fusion Developer. You can use, this is just the version that I'm using. I'm not gonna, because Clickteam Fusion Developer costs a lot of money, but but you can use Multimedia Fusion if you want. Multimedia Fusion is, I found some places where it was free. I found some places where it was free. So we're going to click new application, and this is our first frame. So we're going to call this warning. This is going to be called warning. So that's how you start it. The size is going to be 1280 by 720. You can make this any size, but some sizes aren't proportionate, so it doesn't cover full screen. I know that 640 by 480 is a proportionate size, 1280 by 720 is a proportionate size, and 1920 by 1080 is a proportionate size. I think there are a couple others, but those are the only ones that I know. And so that it covers the full screen. So now we're going to click this, and as you can see, this right here is this line right here is just the part of the frame that we can see. So we're going to have to fix that. So we click on application 1. As you can see where this band is, whatever is over here is what we're clicking. So we're on settings. Now we're going to go on to window. You see the size button? We're going to click like that. You're going to click this button. If you don't have the button, you can just change the dimensions yourself. Like, I do 1280 by 720, and that would change the size so that it gets the full frame. Or I can just use the expansion menu like this, and it gives some sizes. But I don't think Multimedia Fusion has this. When I used to have Multimedia Fusion, It didn't have this. This is border color. I don't know what that does though, so I'm just gonna keep that the way it was. I think it was on white. Yeah, it was. Alright, I'm not gonna mess with any of this stuff. I'm just gonna keep everything else the way it is because I don't really need to change anything else. Alright, so we're gonna go into warning. There's one more thing we have to change. We need to do, so you click on warning, not double click it, just click it once. When you go into background color, change that to black, so you get that. Like if you want like the Five Nights at Freddy's warning background, like you know how it's like black, such. Alright, yeah, I went one step too quickly. Alright, so next what we're gonna do is we're gonna right click and we're gonna click insert object. As you can see, I have loads of extensions. You don't auto come with all of these extensions, but I just added these from the manager, and you know, I used up all of them from the manager. Well, some of these aren't completely installed, but I do have almost all of them. But yeah, this is where you install them. When you when you first start and you click on the manager button, not installed, almost all of these should be under the not installed, and you can just click the install button. This would say the install button, but I already have it installed. Yeah, like this right here. Like, yeah, but there's an error with mine. And then once you've just installed them, you just click refresh, and that's how you do it. But of course, mine didn't add any because I already had all of them. So yeah, there's different like customizations for like, well, like not customizations, but like, there's different like subtitles. So if you're looking for like a specific one, like if you're looking for a graphical design one, like you have these. I'm just gonna go into all objects. So now you're gonna click on the active. You're gonna double click it. You're gonna hold it over the frame, and as you see, your Windows pointer becomes a plus sign. And when you click it down, wherever your plus button is where it's going to place down. But if you don't have this on, then you'll be able to move it anywhere. But it's called Snap to Grid. It makes it so that it just auto snaps to the grid. And this button right here just shows the grid, if you want like the grid to be seen. But of course, I like when the grid is shown. So you double click it and you get this. And there's like loads of buttons to choose from, and I just like scroll in and out like this. I use my mouse pointer, or you can just click and hold this to bring it up close and further away. There's all of these colors over here that you can choose from. It'll allow you to color it. It's pretty fun. Game developing is fun using Clickteam Fusion, and I honestly love. These are the different animations, so if you want it to have like there's a version where there's a guy sitting, and then you can have a version where there's the guy standing. You would click new, you can make an animation 12, and that would be a new animation. But I don't need more than one animation because I'm just making the warning sign for the game. Alright, so what we're gonna do is there's the clear button that just clears it, but I don't want to clear it. There's the import button, which is where you can import like a file that you have. There's the export button. I don't really like use this. I don't know what it does, kind of. And then there's the options button. I don't mess with that stuff either. But if you want to, then you can. There's the flip horizontally button. There's the flip vertically button. And if you flip it both ways, it looks kind of funny. Well, it doesn't look funny, but it looks. There's the crop button, and there's the transparency button. So if, like, there's the transparent color is black, and if you want it to be like shown, then like you do that. This is like the highlighting button. It allows you to highlight like that. We don't need that. This is the dropper button. It highlights the exact color. Like, so when you click it, it'll highlight the color that the tool's overlapping. This is the drawing button. It just allows you to draw. This is the straight line button. It just makes a straight line. It brings it from one place to another. This is just a rectangle button. It just like makes like squares. Oop, no. Alright, let's back. This is a circle button. There's, just like, I think this is like the separate outline, I think. This is shape tool. This is the bucket. It makes it so it like changes everything that's the same color. Let's go back. Yeah. Uh-oh, okay, let's... Yeah, there we go. That's... This right here, it just colors in the shape and not the transparent color. I just figured that out right now. This is the text button if you like want text and stuff. There's like the font. This is the eraser button. It erases stuff. This is the size button, like if you want to change the size of the shape. And if you want stretch, the object inside will stretch with it. Proportional, it'll make it proportionate so that it's equal. And I don't know what resample does. There's a rotate button if you want to rotate it like that, but I don't want to rotate it. There's this button, and there's this one. I don't want to get too far into those right now. Alright, so we're gonna just go back to this, and then we're gonna click import. And as you can see, this is just files from my other game. So let's go into all FNaF files. Let's just go into Five Nights at Freddy's files, textures. See if we can find the warning sign. But it says, warning, this game has flashing lights, loud noises, and lots of jump scares. Like, let's see if we can find it. Didn't find it yet. Alright, nope. Alright, let's see if we can find it in the second one. Five Nights at Freddy's 2 files. Looking for it. Okay, here it is. Alright, Alright, there's a certain transparent color that you're supposed to get rid of, but alright, if we wanna like change this to black, you can. No, you want this to be changed to black. Alright, and then you just have to like color and everything that's closed off too. Alright, let's just, this takes forever. Eureka. So we're almost done and done. And then we click OK, and it looks like there's nothing there. You can change the size if you just like click it once, click it twice. If you click it 3 times, you're able to change the angle, but we don't really want to change that, so we're going to press Control Z. You press Control Z to go back, Control Y to go forward, like if you want to bring back a change, Control Z if you want to lose change, Control Y if you want to bring back a change. It's that easy. So we're going to double click once, and then you click again. You wait a couple seconds, because if you click it too fast, it's going to open up again. But if you click it once and then you click it again, if you wait like 3 seconds and then you click it again, you'll be able to drag it. So like you could change the size like this. this changes it, the diagonal changes it proportionally, so like it drags both of them at the same width. So like it doesn't make it so like when you're holding it down you can like go like this kind of. It makes it so that it forcefully stretches out. And then you just click and hold on it to move it. Yeah. That's how you do that. Yeah, so up here is like if you want to run the project. So like this is the run project. This is to run the application. Like if you want to run the whole like game at once. And this is just to run the single frame. So we're going to click run the frame. And it opens up like this. Now, if you want it to be full screen, you go into application 1. We click the window again. We scroll all the way down. Go into full screen. Change resolution mode, and when we go into options, resize display to fill window size. So that's how that works. And we need to do, like, you need to click run the frame, and now it's full screen. If you didn't do a proportional size like the ones I mentioned at the beginning of the video, then it's not going to be completely full screen. And nothing happens because we haven't given this code yet. No, we're not going to have to do C++. There's a very easy solution that Clickteam Fusion gives you. And trust me, it's really easy to get started with it. So if you don't give a button for it to exit the application, you have to press Alt and F4. And that's not when you build the game. So if you actually make the game, you're not going to be able to press Alt and F4 and then be able to exit it again. That's just what the game make Clickteam Fusion gives the running application software a button to exit it out. So over here is the event editor. Yeah, over here are the top buttons. So we have the storyboard editor. This is the frames. These are the frames. There's the frame editor, which we're already in. There's the event editor, which is where you edit your programming. And then there's the event list editor. This is just like a listed mode. So let me show you for example. So up here is going to be every object that you have down, so you can add code to them. You auto start off with these because these are like the stationary like codes, things you can give code to. So if you click new condition, and then we like as you can see, there's a bunch of like different things. If you click them, a bunch of stuff will open up. The ones with the arrows right here have scroll down menus, but the ones that don't, they don't. So so as you can see, each of these things has programming, and even the thing we added before with the warning has. Even the warning button has stuff. So what we're going to do is we are going to click on the storyboard controls button. It's the one with the chess. You right click that. No, not right click. You can right click, but you don't have to. So that you can left click it or right click it. So depending on what kind of game you're gonna make is what kinds of types of code you're gonna have. But this is a very basic tutorial. I'll probably make separate tutorials and stuff. Alright, so we're gonna right click this. We're gonna click start a frame. So this is what happened. So and now there's these buttons that open up, and you can right click them, and more stuff opens up. Yeah, more stuff opens up. Once you add something, like so, for example, once you like add a condition, so like maybe for example, start a frame, we make this invisible, it'll put a check mark there, and when you highlight over it, it'll show what you just selected. And if you just take an empty tile and you drag it over, it will delete it. And if you take a selected tile and you put it over another tile, then it'll make that tile the same exact thing as the other one. Like, well, I don't have two objects right now, but for example, if I do that again, and I were to take this and I were to drag it over, it would make that one say make invisible too. But you can't do it with these because they're stationary. But that's not what we want to do. Right now we wanna just like add stuff. So if we want to make it so that we can like add sound, we're gonna go to the sound, we're going to click samples, and then there's all of these like different things. But we have to focus over here if we want to add sounds. Like, so this play sample on a specific channel, play and loop sample on a specific channel. We can click play sample on a specific channel. Then we're gonna click from another file, we're gonna click browse. So we're gonna open it up, and as you can see, you have to select from an audio file. You can't select from a texture file. So, okay, so there's all these sound files. All of these are from Five Nights at Freddy's 2, just to let you guys know. You can click on one of them, and then you can click the play button to listen to it. Like that one makes the A sound. This is the ambiance from Five Nights at Freddy's 2. There's the computer sound. There's this. Which is the one, this is the one I'm going to use. If you click the uninterruptible button, it makes it so that nothing in the game can interrupt it unless another program of code says otherwise. Like, so for example, like if I click on uninterruptible, no events in the game's going to stop it unless I add a check making it say make the sample stop. But it doesn't have to be uninterruptible because there's not going to be any other sounds. So when I click open, this is the channel number. So it can be 1 through 32. But since I have other things for number 1 in mind, this is going to be played on channel 5. So to start a frame, play sample computer interior long EEEVLO214 on channel number 5. So when we click this, we get the sound. Yeah, so here we go. So yeah, that's how that works. Okay. There's nothing else we're gonna really need to do, but now we're gonna work on the title screen. Alright, title screen. Change that to title screen. Oh, nope, my caps lock was on. Next, what we're going to do is, so we're going to click new condition. We're going to click the clock. Timer is equal to a certain value. You can add this to any time you want, but I'm going to do 8 seconds. And we're going to do storyboard controls. We're going to right click and then we're going to click next frame. So after 8 seconds, it's going to go to the title screen. Alright, now we're in the title screen. So of course we still have to change the background color to that. Alright, so next what we're going to do is we are going to right click again, insert object. We're going to do an active. Okay. So let's do what we did before, where we have to import a file. Okay, so let's do Five Nights at Freddy's file. Okay, so let's do textures. I'm gonna see if I can go find that Freddy. If I can find the Freddy from the title screen. Here he is. Good old Freddy. How you doing? Alright, then we click enter, and yeah, all of these are transparent because that's our transparent color. Our transparent color is black, but yeah, so apparently it's still showing up though, but that's not a big of a problem though. It's not going to be that big of a problem. Alright, so then we just have to make another animation. So we right click, make a new, and then you just click it. and I just call it animation 12. And I import another file. This, I'm going to make one of Freddy Fazbear's jump scare. Then I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do this one, is going to be Golden Freddy. This is going to be a creepy title screen. Then there's this one with Bloodshot Eye Freddy. And then there's going to be the one of Bonnie. Yeah, so those are... Alright, so these are different animations. So then we click OK. Let's right-click this. We have to click Rename right here. Or you could just press F2. Well, of course, that doesn't work on mine. So we click Rename. And then we do... Character on title screen. Alright, so now we're going to do something else. So we're going to click right-click, Insert Object. We're going to find the counter. So you have to find the counter, double-click, bring it off the frame. So don't put the counter on the frame or else everybody will be able to see it and the magic of the game is going to be ruined. Yeah, you should always put counters off screen unless, of course, you're going to use that counter to, like, show how many points you get at the end of the game. That's what you can use counters for. You use counters to you set counters, like, so when they equal something like happens, or you can use them to calculate points. So you click Rename, and this is going to be called Random Character, and you're going to see what I'm about to do in a minute. Alright, so first we're going to do start a frame. We're going to do the sound, samples, play and loop sample on a specific channel, browse. Let's go through. Find It's Freddy's 2 files. Let's go to audio. Let's find this right here. The sound. This is going to be uninterruptible. We're going to open this. We'll do channel 1. Enter expression to calculate. If you want it to, so it says 0 equals continuous loop. But if you want it just to loop a certain amount of times, you type a different number. So if you only want it to loop 6 times, it should be, result should be between 0 and 10,000. But we're going to do 0. I'm not going to click OK. Alright. So, play sample, the sand temple loop G uninterruptible on channel 1 0 times. So yeah, there we go. So when we started at the beginning, you see Freddy. Hi, Freddy. Alright, there's something else we need to do in order to be able to exit easier. So if you click New Condition, you right-click on this, and you do Keyboard. Upon pressing a key, Escape. So upon pressing Escape, and then you go to here, End the application. This can be any button you want. So like, for example, if you press spacebar, it'll end the application. But what that does is when you run it, when you press the escape button, it ends the application. Yeah. I'm going to do that for my warning screen. There we go. Alright, so now, what we're going to do is new condition. Now we're going to do special. Compared to general values, I think this is supposed to be random 20. And then this one. So random 20 equals 1. No, we're going to make this random 50. Set counter to random 5. So this is at a random time of, like, I think this is 50 seconds. So if it a random of 50 seconds, it'll equal 1. It'll set this to random of 5. So it can be anywhere between 1 and 5. So now, next what we're going to do is we're going to right click on the counter, compare to counter value, 1. We're just going to drag this down until we get to 5. Wait, no, we have to set the counter to random of 4. Because it's always going to be Freddy. It's always going to be Freddy when it equals 0. So when it equals 0, animation change. So you right click and then you go to animation and then you go to change and you click animation sequence and then we got stopped. Alright, so next what we're going to do is we're going to drag this up here, then we're going to right click on the check, we're going to click edit, animation 12, and then you just got to do that again, but you have to do it once for each animation, and if all goes well, then we will be able to see loads of glitches in the thing. Not like bad glitches like in the program itself, but like in the game. Yeah, see? That happens. Alright, yeah, so random 50 equals 1, set counter to random 4. Alright, and next what we're going to do is random of 5. And then we're going to do set counter to 0. So everything's not going to be on it for very long. Like as you can see, we get like the glitches, and sometimes they don't come on for a while, but sometimes they do. Like that shows up, like that. How cool is that, guys? How cool is that? We haven't gotten the Bonnie yet. Oh wow, yeah, that one stayed for a little while. Yeah, they might stay for a couple seconds, but sometimes they just flash instantly. Yeah, so you get the random glitch there. How's that? How cool is that, guys? So, that's how that works. Okay. Now we're going to make it so that there's the actual, like, title screen. So we're going to right click, insert object. We're going to do active. Okay, we're going to do, well, no, we're not going to import. This is going to be its own game, actually. I think I might change, like, so we're going to do 128, and we're going to apply. No, it's going to be longer. 300. Apply. So we click new, and then we go into here, text. I'm going to change it to red. We're going to click that right there. Let's see how big the words are. Wow, the words are small. Alright, so we're going to change the size. We're going to make this 20. Yeah, now that's good. So, I actually don't know what I want to call the game yet. Okay, so, what should I call it? Oh yeah, I know what I was going to call it. It was going to be called Horror at Freddy's. I think I might actually make this into like a full game franchise. Like I might make like Horror at Freddy's 2, Horror at Freddy's 3, Horror at Freddy's 4, Horror at Freddy's 5, and Horror at Freddy's 6 and stuff. I'll continue it on as long as. Let's change this until like yeah. Let's do 225. 225. Let's click apply. That's perfect size. Now we have to make it bigger. There we go. Horror at Freddy's. Oh, I have a better idea. Wait, no. Let's make it a straight line. Like, we can make, like, blood effect. We can make the blood effect. That looks so cool, guys, right? Yeah. We're using this to our advantage. Yay. Maybe we should only do blood effect on the word horror to make it look like to just add some tension. Yeah, there we go. Now that looks cool. What do you guys think? Does that look cool or what? So now we're just gonna click insert object. We're gonna still do an active. This is going to be the wording. So we're gonna do 250 this time. We're gonna right click. This is going to be new game. That wasn't well. I am always like 128. Apply. Oh, we cut it off a little bit. Let's do 135. There we go. That's better. So now I got the new game. Let's open that up a little bit. Alright, so we're going to have the original 5 nights are going to be on the continue. There's going to be the 6th night. There's going to be a nightmare mode. No, I don't think there should be a nightmare mode. There should be a custom night. There should be, yes, so there's going to be 5 nights. There's going to be a 6th night. There's going to be a custom night. And there's going to be a super duper duper secret 8th night that I'm going to add. Let's do 190 because I have a feeling that's how big it's going to need to be. Let's do continue. $128. That wow, that's that. Wow. Let's do 100. Oh, that's too tiny. Let's try 115. How about 110? There we go. Alright, so there we go. Let's move that over one more. Let's move that over one more. So, there we go. Alright, so we're gonna get another object. We're just gonna... Alright, we're gonna do 120. 6th night. That was perfect. Yeah, that was perfect size. Now we're gonna do 170 because it 170 custom night. Perfect. I know how to make these sizes correctly now. Oh, and there should be a super secret mode. It should be called horror mode. Oh, I'm a genius. Alright, so 170. Apply. Horror mode. So there we go. Okay guys, well, I'm not going to do the programming in this video, but I'm going to do the programming in the next video, guys. Yeah, so we're going to carry on the next video because there's some stuff I have to do. I can't be making videos all day. Alright, so yeah, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching, everybody. Please like the video, subscribe for more, as always. And yeah, as always, I'll see you in the next video. Bye! Stay tuned for more Clickteam tutorials, which I'll be making. Okay, I'm going.